Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, this class is for 11th subject chemistry, and today we will discuss chemical equilibrium and dynamic equilibrium. First of all, we should know what is a chemical equilibrium, or simply what is equilibrium. Chemical equilibrium basically refers to the state of system where the concentration of the reactant and the concentration of the product remain same with time, and the system does not display any further change in properties. In other words, we can say chemical equilibrium is that state of a system in which the reactant concentration and the product concentration do not change with time and does not show change in properties. That is called a chemical equilibrium. When the reactants react to form a product, or we can say when the reaction proceeds forwards, at that time, if the forward reaction is equal to the rate of reverse reaction, the state of chemical equilibrium is achieved by the system. And if there is no further change in the concentrations of the reactants and products due to the equal rates of the forward and reverse reaction, the system is said to be in a state of dynamic equilibrium. And we usually represent this equilibrium state between the reactants and the products by the arrows, one pointing towards the product side and the other pointing towards the reactant side. That is this equilibrium reaction that is shown by two arrows. Here is the graph which shows the equilibrium state, which shows how the concentration of reactants and the concentration of products changes with time. And in this graph, the concentration is on the y-axis and the time is on the x-axis. Once the concentration of both the reactants and the products stops showing change, that is, they become parallel, chemical equilibrium is achieved. Chemical equilibrium is achieved. That is, the rate of forward reaction is equal to the rate of reverse reaction in this case. Why is chemical equilibrium called dynamic equilibrium? What is the reason? We know the stage at which the rate of forward reaction is equal to the rate of backward reaction or reverse reaction. That is called equilibrium stage. And at this point, number of reactant molecules converting into products and product molecules into reactants are the same. The same equilibrium can be carried out when the same reactant is anywhere with similar conditions with continuous interchanging of molecules. Hence called equilibrium is dynamic. So, in this dynamic equilibrium, where the rate of forward reaction and the rate of reverse reaction are the same, and if the same reactants are allowed to react anywhere under the similar conditions, at that time the same equilibrium is achieved again, and that is why it is called equilibrium dynamic. Types of chemical equilibrium. There are two types of chemical equilibrium. One is homogeneous equilibrium and other is heterogeneous equilibrium. In this homogeneous chemical equilibrium, The reactants and the products of chemical equilibrium are all in the same phase. And this homogeneous equilibrium, it can further be divided into two types. That is, reaction in which the number of molecules of the products is equal to the number of molecules of the reactants. For example, hydrogen when reacts with iodine to form hydrogen iodide, that is gas, hydrogen molecule which is in the gaseous state, iodine also in the gaseous state, and the product formed is also in the same phase. And the second example is both of the reactants are in the same phase and the product is formed that is also in the same phase, and this represents the homogeneous equilibrium. The other one is reactions in which the number of molecules of the products is not equal to the number of reactant molecules. Here the number changes. Number of molecules changes. Say in this example, 2SO2 plus O2 gives 2SO3. Here the number of reactant molecules and the number of product molecules formed varies. Say here are 2S and 2S is same. But so in this case we call this equilibrium as heterogeneous. This is called homogeneous equilibrium. Now heterogeneous chemical equilibrium, homogeneous equilibrium is that equilibrium where the number of these molecules of the product is reactant molecules. In this type, the reactants and the products of chemical equilibrium are all in the same phase. Homogeneous equilibrium can be further divided into two types, that is reaction in which the number of molecules of the product is equal to the number of the molecules of reactants. इसी तरह यहाँ पे अगर हम देखेंगे both reactants are in the gaseous phase and the product formed is also in the gaseous phase. Now heterogeneous chemical equilibrium. In this type, the reactants and the products of chemical equilibrium are present in different phases. And here are the examples. Carbon dioxide gaseous phase, carbon solid phase, and the product formed is also in the gaseous phase. So there are the different phases of these reactants and products. This is called this heterogeneous chemical equilibrium. Now the factors affecting chemical equilibrium. There are certain factors which affect the chemical equilibrium, and these are concentration of the substance, reactants, pressure change, temperature, or catalysts. According to Le Chatelier's principle, if there is any change in the factors affecting the equilibrium conditions, the system will counteract or reduce the effect of the overall transformation. This principle applies to both chemical and physical equilibrium. There are several factors like temperature, pressure, and concentration of the system which affect equilibrium. Some of the factors which affect this chemical equilibrium are discussed below. First, we will discuss the change in concentration, how the change in concentration affects the chemical equilibrium. The concentration of reactants or products added is relieved by the reaction, which consumes the substance which is added. The concentration of reactants or products removed is relieved by the reaction, which is in the direction that replenishes the substance which is removed. When the concentration of reactant or product is changed, there is a change in the composition of the mixture in chemical equilibrium. All these points are simple. Change in pressure. Change in pressure happens due to the change in the volume. If there is change in pressure, it can affect the gaseous reaction, as the total number of gaseous reactants and products are now different. So this change in pressure, it has a direct impact on the chemical equilibrium, and this there is when the volume change takes place in a chemical reaction, there is the effect of pressure on that. So according to this Le Chatelier's principle, in heterogeneous chemical equilibrium, the change of pressure in both liquids and solids can be ignored because of the volume is independent of pressure. Change in temperature. The effect of temperature on chemical equilibrium depend upon the sign of delta H, that is, change in the heat of the reaction and follows Layer's principle. As temperature increases, the equilibrium constant of an exothermic reaction decreases. In an endothermic reaction, where heat is absorbed, the equilibrium constant increases with increase in temperature. Along with equilibrium constant, the rate of reaction is also affected by the change in temperature. When the temperature of a reaction increases, the equilibrium shifts towards the reactant side in case of exothermic reaction and reverse in case of endothermic reactions when the temperature is increased. Now, what happens when a catalyst is added? A catalyst does not affect the chemical equilibrium, it only speeds up reaction. In fact, catalyst equally speeds up the forward as well as the reverse reaction. This results in the reaction reaching its equilibrium faster. The same amount of reactants and products will be present at equilibrium in a catalyzed or a non-catalyzed reaction. The presence of catalyst only facilitates the reaction to proceed through a lower energy transition state of reactants to products. Effect of an inert gas. When an inert gas like argon is added to a constant volume, it does not take part in the reaction. So the equilibrium remains undisturbed. However, if the gas is added in a reactant or product, the reaction quotient will change. Importance of chemical equilibrium. It is useful in many industrial processes, and the main two processes which we are going to discuss here are preparation of ammonia by Haber's process, and the second one is preparation of sulfuric acid by Contact's process. And in this Contact's process, the fundamental reaction is the oxidation of sulfur dioxide into sulfur trioxide, which involves a chemical equilibrium. Similarly, in the preparation of ammonia, nitrogen combines with hydrogen to form ammonia. The yield of ammonia is more at low temperature and high pressure in the presence of iron as catalyst, and iron is used